Hey guys, this is Justin.
And Ari.
We're Dynasty Preppers, and today we're going to take a look at the April 2018 Silent Hunter Apocabox. Find out what this is for. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so here's the contents for the April 2018 Silent Hunter Apocabox. I do have to say I've gone through this stuff and looked through it, did a little peek before we opened the video, and I think you guys are going to like this. This is, I'd consider probably one of the best Apocaboxes that I've received. So let's dive into the contents and take a look. So this month's box is all about silent hunting and slingshots and using that, so there's a lot of slingshot items in here. If you're a fan of slingshots like I am, I think you'll find this pretty cool. So the first thing we have on top here are some custom printed targets with some pictures of Creek on there, and these actually came in a digital format as well too, that he emailed to us, so you can print these off as you want to have some extra targets to hang up for that. So I thought those are kind of neat. Also included in here we have the Torque Slingshot from Simple Shot, which is this guy right here. And this is the really cool slingshot. Also included with this are some videos from the manufacturer as well that details how to use the slingshot. So I thought that was a really neat ad as well. That should be a digital email, whatever you sign up with the Apocabox for. So that will be fun to play with. It's supposed to be a very nice slingshot, so we'll get that out and try around with that. You also have the Pocket Field Guide for survival slingshots. So if you looked at any of Creek's pocket field guides before, you know it's got a lot of good information on the subject itself. So there should be lots of good tips and tricks in there for survival slingshot use. I guess so. As you'll learn in the survival slingshot field guide, this is a steel shot ammo. This is one of the preferred rounds to use for the slingshot for both practice and hunting to help dial in your accuracy. So that's nice to have some of that there. It also came with this powder ball ammo here. The powder ball these are chalk balls that you can use for target practice. So if you shoot them against here or against other hard items, they'll actually leave a mark on there so you can tell where you've been hitting. Really help you dial in your accuracy with slingshots. So that is a good add there. Now, if you've used a slingshot before, I used to use one as a kid a lot. You know that one of the things you got to get used to, just like any other type of weapon you use, is actually dialing in your accuracy there. So something like this will really help with that, help you know where you're hitting. Also included in here are some spinner targets. These are plastic targets, or these are rubber targets you can hang on some line, and they'll spin around when you hit them, so that's kind of cool. And there are a couple of varying sizes, I believe. There's the bigger targets here. These are leather, another smaller one, and then these plastic or rubber ones. There should actually be another rubber one here. So you've got three different varying sizes. So as you dial in your accuracy, you can start working on littler targets there. The next piece is the Silent Hunter Canvas Belt Patch, which is this guy here, which is pretty neat. It should fit everything that's in the system here. Your pocket field guides, your slingshot if you wanted to. And you can put your ammo for your slingshot and stuff in the front pocket here. So that is nice to be able to keep things all together. Alright, so also included in this month is the Interrupted Pattern Diamond Bench Stone. And Creek had used this in one of his live videos for sharpening the Apocabox knife that was included in, it was a month or two back. So this is a good add for some of the prior boxes where you can use this to sharpen your knives or other things like that. The Skills Challenge this month is the Bait Snare Skills Kit. And so this has a bait snare that you can build, and it's got all the pieces right here. So as a part of survival and bushcraft and things like that, learning how to use a snare is a good thing to do. And if you've ever built one before, building them from scratch is kind of technical and challenging unless you actually know what you're doing. So having something like this with all the pieces will help you teach yourself or your kids or anyone else how to actually build a snare. So Aubrey and I will have fun putting that together with the rest of the kids, huh?
Yeah.
And I know that last month one of the biggest complaints was there was not a survival skill challenge included with that. So Obviously, you see that the survival skill challenge is here. Now, I didn't really agree with that because there was a skill challenge included in that, but you know, you have your skills challenge included there. Also included is this leather shepherd's sling patch, and so this can be used to make your own shepherd's sling, and there's instructions included in the actual instruction guide here. So here's your instructions on using cordage to make your own shepherd's sling. So that's another skills challenge you can do. Also included in the instructions are some instructions on how you can set up your targets so that you can practice as well with, looks like a tarp here, but you can use a box with a sheet in it or anything like that to help keep the ammo in there. So overall, I really enjoyed this month's. I think it's well worth the money. Again, it's not necessarily, the Apocabox isn't necessarily, you know, you're going to get a bunch of gear for the money, but you're going to learn new things. So with this kit here, in our case, we're using this to teach our kids, so we can teach our kids how to target practice with the slingshot, how to use a slingshot in a survival situation, how to make snares. I mean, so there's a lot of value here in this box, at least for us. So if you haven't yet, definitely check them out. You can go to, I think it's myapocabox.com to sign up for the box. I think it's around $58 a month for the box, and I definitely see at least $58 worth of value in here. Alright, so if you enjoyed the video today, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. We do have a big giveaway coming up for hitting our 500 subscriber mark, so you want to make sure that you're subscribed so you can find out how to get entered on that. And don't forget to ask yourself, what have you done to secure your Dynasty today?